All right, what's up, YouTube? What's going on, X? Markets in turmoil, baby. Markets in turmoil. It's now or never. It is now or never for the biddy. We'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll let you guys start flowing in, and then we're gonna go over some serious alpha, baby. We're gonna go over some serious alpha today. We've been calling these targets for Bitcoin for weeks now. Weeks now with conviction. With some conviction. All right, yeah, guys, we've been calling this for a couple weeks, and we're gonna go over these Bitcoin targets that I have here because we're there. It is decision time for Bitcoin, guys. It is decision time for Biddy. Let's break it down real quick here. On the 3-day, guys, we were calling for Bitcoin to come specifically down to this golden pocket. And again, what is a golden pocket? It is between our 618 and our 0.65 on a Fibonacci retracement. So what we do is we're just going to pull a fib tool, and we're going to pull it from this low of 74,600 up to our new all-time high of 126. Let's see what our exact target was here. 126,150. 126,150 was our all-time high. We pull this fib from our low to our high. You can see our macro golden pocket retracement is right at 92,645 to 94. Literally playing in the middle of this golden pocket here, guys. This was our target. We said, you know what? I think that Bitcoin is going to actually break this trend line that we had here of our bull market trend line all the way up here. I said we were going to go ahead. It is probable, very, very highly probable that we are going to break this macro trend line, come right down into this golden pocket, and Bitcoin must hold. Bitcoin absolutely must hold here. It can get really, really, really ugly if Bitcoin does end up breaking this golden pocket. We can come down all the way down to $85,000. And again, we can come all the way down to $85,000, guys, which is going to end up being the 786 on the macro fib retracements. And so what we want to see for Bitcoin right now, all right, we have so much confluence inside of this price action right here between 92 and 93,000. Let's also look at another chart here because Bitcoin, let's just tap this in real quick here. Bitcoin also has a CME gap. If we could see here, we go out to a 3-day. We could see, let's really zoom into to this on this BTC. Let's go here to zoom out. We could see here is our CME gap as well, guys. And the way I pulled it here for the CME gap, all right, is I went from pretty much the bottom of this wick here at 92.5 to the top of this wick at 91,930. So you can see we have not filled this on the exchanges. We have not filled it for the CME. We're coming down to it. We have so much confluence. Actually, oh, my bad. Let's go over to this. Here's our CME gap right here. We zoom out. Market closes on a Friday, creates these gaps. Price is coming back down to fill. So again, I did pull it from the top of this wick to the bottom of this wick here. All right. So you can see we're coming down. We have so much confluence between these two charts. All right. Bitcoin, we have a macro golden pocket. We have a CME gap. Now, volatility is expected to be extreme today. The whales, the entities, they know that this is an area to long. They know that there's a lot of money sitting here. This was the expectations for us to come down to this price action. I would not be surprised if we kind of wick below it, guys. But here's the next chart that I also want to show you. Give me just a second here, and we'll pull this up. And let's go to Bitcoin. And let's pull up the 50-week EMAs. Let's go to the SMA, actually. Let's go to the SMAs. And we are going to clean up all of this, and I'll show you guys what everyone's been talking about real quick on this Let's go back to my normal candles. Give me a second. We'll clean up all of this, remove 7 drawings. Let's go over here and let's type in our 50 week, and then I'll show you guys. I will show you. So let's look at this. We have 3 different charts because we're going over Bitcoin today. Look at that 50 week SMA. Guys, we could see here that, and actually let's go to the weekly. There we go. Look at this 50 week EMA. This is what all your influencers are talking about. This has been a big indicator for a bull market cycle, that when we typically get above it, when we hold above it, we rally. When we hold above it, we rally. Hold above it, re-rally. Guys, it is not good. Look what happens when we get below this 50 week EMA. We do enter into a year-long bear market. A very, it's down and to the right. It is down and to the right. So what I'm expecting today, now that we've seen Bitcoin's price action, we have Confluence down at 92, CME gaps 92, golden pockets 92. I would not be surprised if Bitcoin comes down to this today and we see some radical candle. And what do I mean by radical candle? I mean, if Bitcoin was to let's clean this up real quick. Remove all our drawings. Let's just go to like a 2 hour here. Wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin made some crazy pop, like a crazy pop, something like this, all the way back up. I mean, this candle right here alone, guys, is from 107 to 114. That's a $7,000 candle. Well, Bitcoin, it could very easily throw a $7,000 candle. And what would that put us if we did do something like that? Right back up to that 50 week, guys. Right back up to that 50 week. A $7,000 candle from right here would put us right back up towards 100,200. It wouldn't be very surprising with everything that's going on if Bitcoin did end up pulling off a move like this, guys. But again, we have so much right here. We're so close, guys. We're working. We were waiting for this because we have so many good altcoin trades right now. So many great altcoin trades. If Bitcoin can hold $92,000 and get back up to that 9, if we can do that, then I'm looking at Hyperliquid, Aster, BNB, Chainlink, Solana. We have so many great trades with a lot of meat on the bone. And we're going to go over those next year. But now that we kind of have an idea of what to expect for Bitcoin, a lot of confluence on these levels, we need to see throughout today, is Bitcoin going to end up holding that level? Is Bitcoin, or if we break through $92,000, then I do believe that if we close below $92,000, guys, I believe Bitcoin's top is in. I don't think that Bitcoin's got the juice to go up 30% to get back up to those levels. And that's just being very, right now, I think even Crypto put a 60-70% that if we close below, which yesterday it did close below the 50-week SMA, EMA, that there's a 60-70% chance that Bitcoin's top is in. That's exactly what that means on that 50-week. But again, it's not all bearish. It's not all bearish. Bitcoin can throw, we just saw that Bitcoin can throw a $7,000 candle up in the upward direction. So let's also look just a little bit local time frame here, like on a 20-minute. Again, down into just down. I didn't do much trading the last 3 days, guys, because again, every time I looked at the chart, it was down and to the right inside of this really shitty price action. This is not good price action here. Bitcoin cannot seem to recover over 96. 96 just been a massive sell wall. This is very identical to up here, where Bitcoin just could not get above 106. It just could not get above 103. And now we can't seem to get above $96,000. Not a good look. Not a good look at all for Bitcoin right now, guys. Not a good look at all. But again, targets right down below us. This is where I'm expecting just to have one more flush. And then let's see some serious climbing today, man. We want to see that $7,000 candle. And again, it just looks like that. It's just literally just down here from 92. There's our $7,000 candle right up there. Very easy. Bitcoin can do this. Bitcoin can 100%. I do believe that Bitcoin can do that. We've seen it a bunch of times. So if Bitcoin's going to come down to our CME gap golden pocket, all the confluence for that level. Where can we take our altcoin trades? And so let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum's going to be our next level here. And almost all of these altcoins have blown through their golden pocket, and they have a high probability now of coming down to their to the 786. Where are those levels for Ethereum? Let's go out to a daily. And on ETH, you can see here, we are barely holding on to this golden pocket. Then I would say our next level is going to be 2750 for Ethereum. But again, we got to take it level by level. We're holding right now, maybe one more wick, and then she pops right back up. So again, I'm looking at ETH. If ETH, it's all eyes on Bitcoins. I gave a whole bunch of altcoin in the Coliseum that it is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does not make this rally, guys, and we head lower, these altcoins are in for another rude awakening, reckoning. You know what I mean? They're going to drop another 20%. And you can see like on, let me pop this right back up again. Let's go back over here to ETH, share this tab. So on ETH, again, the golden pocket's right in here. We're barely holding on to this, guys. We are barely holding on to this. All right. Can you guys see it now? Yep. So this is Ethereum. We are barely holding on to this golden pocket, guys. And I pulled this golden pocket from our way down at 2100. I mean, when I want to get a clear direction of these retracements, I pull fibs from super far back, man. That's the only way to do it. That's the only way to do it, guys. And we can see here that I pulled two. We're gonna look at ETH at two different areas. One from 2122 all the way up to this local new all-time high of 49.64. You can see this is holding the golden pocket, but if we break below this and we pull it a tad bit lower, guys, there's a whole lot of confluence on Ethereum down at 2750. A lot of confluence down there that if Bitcoin does end up, you know, coming down below 90,000 and tries to scare everybody out before we go back up to 98, a short squeeze for Bitcoin is imminent. A short squeeze for Bitcoin is completely imminent. It is going to happen. Everyone that just thinks that they're going to short this thing and plow it to the ground they're asking just to get smashed right now. I would not be shorting $94,000 because you're just asking for a rude awakening on a short squeeze. And so again, on Ethereum, the big levels that I'm looking at, I'm pulling fibs from two areas, okay? Let's lower this desk a little bit right here. I'm pulling it from two areas. We have all the way down at 1370. I'm talking the bear market low here, guys. This is the beginning. This is it of this entire rally. All the way up to our new all-time high at 49.57. We have a huge level right here at 26.40 to 27.50. This is going to be the golden pocket right in here. Now, I would also say that we've been pulling fibs on Bitcoin from 50,000. Everyone should short it so we can squeeze. So I wouldn't be shorting at these levels, dude. I'm still in my short from 124,800. I'm going to hold that short. Fade and Trade 5, what's up, guys? I'm going to read some of the things on the chat, then we're going to look at some more of these altcoins, some more of these altcoin trades. Everyone should short it. Change screens, charts. Robert D. Miller, Crypto Cowboy, thank you for reposting it. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can, please like the videos. Please like the videos. If you're watching on X, if you're watching on YouTube, continue to help me grow. I'm putting out a lot of this. It's good alpha, guys. Simple trading is the best trading. I'm not going to give you guys any levels that I wouldn't take myself or put my own money where my mouth is. Wouldn't do that to you. I put my money where my mouth is, guys, and we've been growing. We've been growing so fast. We've been doing collabs, guys, with Discover Crypto, Blockchain Basement, Flopping Groper. We've been killing it, guys. We've been nailing the levels, and most of all, we've been patient. We have been patient throughout the last couple weeks, sticking to our game plan, not deviating, not getting wrecked. You know, guys, I had a post out there, and it got, let's go ahead and let's go over to my post here, and I'll show you. my post here. We had it right here, guys, and we set it right here. So here's my Bitcoin short. We're still holding this bad boy. We're up 1,500%. We've been calling for these levels, guys. Market updates. We called this November 13th. We called this a week and a half ago. And let's see here. Where was it at? It's right here. I said, Moon Boys sold you a lie. The influencers sold you a lie. There's only a handful of real TA specialists, guys that keep their opinions out of it. They don't have emotions towards these levels. They don't have a bias towards these levels. There's only a handful of real traders out there, guys, that are true technical analysis specialists that are not going to steer you wrong, guys, because they play the levels, because they're traders. They're not influencers. Yes, they're influencing, but they're traders, guys. So they don't have a bias. They just trade it. They trade it wherever the price action may go based off of the probability for their trade setups and probable price action. And again, we got Crypto Face, Flopping Groper, Crypto Lifer, Jason Casper, Filiconi, and of course, who's been calling it the entire time from the very top with zero bias is Benjamin Cowan. Sticking to it, guys. Sticking to it. So again, if you guys can follow those guys too, because these guys are giving out killer TA. They're not going to steer you wrong. And, you know, they actually put their money where their mouth is. And don't forget CryptoCrank. Don't go forgetting CryptoCrank, guys. I'm not going to steer you wrong either. All right. Let's get back over here to Ethereum. So on ETH, guys, everybody look at ETH. We have our two levels for the levels that we've been pulling with the fib. And if Bitcoin comes down a little bit lower, then maybe this fib holds. But if not, guys, we're looking at 27 to 2,600, which this 786 or this golden pocket, depending on where we pull it, same level. But right now, Bitcoin must hold. Axel, this week I haven't been able to find any trading ranges. Don't know if it's the market or just my own eyes. No, man, this has been dog shit. It's been dog shit, bro. Yeah, let's go back over to Bitcoin. You know, I'll show you. This hasn't been fun, bro. Let's go over to Bitcoin. Look at that. You want to trade that? Let's even go to a 25-minute, bro. This has been going on for, I mean, this is 3 days. No, this is not, you don't want to trade this. This isn't a good range to trade. Bitcoin's in freaking free fall right now, dude, coming down to these macro levels. You don't want this price action. You don't. Sit back, bro. Sit back and relax and let the price action come to us. I know it's boring. I know a lot of traders get impatient, but we can only trade. And again, you guys are going to hear me say it every stream. We only trade when the market permits our strategy. Do not deviate. Don't force a trade. Don't do any of that. Sit back and enjoy. I think everyone, I think the saying for this week is go out and touch some grass. Go do that. This has not been good price action for Bitcoin. But with that being said, after a week of just horrible price action, we're looking at finally hitting our levels. We're coming into areas and ranges where we're going to have great price action. If this idea, follows through, if Bitcoin blows through $92,000, dude, then sit back even longer because these altcoins are going to get obliterated. All right. But right now, I think 3 full $1,000 retracements yesterday alone, writing 10 to 20 minutes there, playing games. Yeah, dude. Guys, this is high volatile area coming down to these super, high confluence areas. Bitcoin right now, everyone's got their eyes trying to long $92,000. Everybody's looking at this level. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a crazy wick down to $90,000 and then we do it, because everyone's trying to long this level, guys. Everybody's trying to long this level. So we got to be patient. Protect your money, guys. Protect your money. Wait for a better range. All right. Absolutely wait for a better range. So let's also, so we have ideas now for Ethereum. Where could Ethereum be getting a bounce? It could be here. I did say that if Bitcoin, because it's only a 1 to 2% drop, that maybe the altcoins don't take this low, and we can take the long here at $3,000 on $3,000 on Ethereum. But we do have some pretty big macro levels, guys, where it should hold. But I'm going to tell you guys this every stream. You could have a perfect altcoin, a perfect setup, a perfect volume indicator, a perfect support. You take the trade and Bitcoin just fucks it up. Totally liable to happen. Bitcoin runs the show right now, guys. Bitcoin runs the show. All right. So with that being said, let's also look. I have some really big levels here on Solana. Look, Solana's getting buried right now, man. Solana's having a hard time. Look, Solana's just completely rolling over right now, guys. Let's go out to the daily for Sol. Let's actually go out to a 3-day for Solana. I was saying between 129. This is going to be a big level, guys. 129, 130 is a big level for Solana right in here. 129, 130. If it ends up breaking, guys, then I do think this wicks down at 110. But Solana's front running these altcoins, guys. Look at this. Solana's just completely front running. Solana's completely front running these. Solana's completely front running the dip, you guys. Let's relook at this. Let me pull up my screen again. Yeah, Solana's just flat crashing. Is everything else since let's see here. Chainlink looks awful too, guys. Avalanche. Guys, these altcoins are getting pummeled right now, and Bitcoin's not even dropping. I would be sitting back right now, and I would not be touching the market, guys. I would be sitting absolutely back, not touching the market right now, guys. Yeah, this ain't looking good here. And Bitcoin is... I guess Bitcoin's finally taking a run here. Let's make sure we can... But here, look, the CME's not dropping. Bitcoin on the CME exchange is not... it's not dropping, man. It's just our exchanges here for the leverage and the futures, guys. Yeah, Bitcoin right now is tanking. But again, we're coming down. This is the level right here. This is the level. Just getting pummeled, huh? And one asset that I am going to say that you're okay to trade, is going to be gold. And we'll look at gold here in just a little bit. But let's look at Solana. Again, we're coming down to the big level that I was going to say it along Solana was going to be between 129, 130. This is going to be our first level right in here, 129, 130. It really likes this level. Every single time we've come down to this support, we've gotten a bounce. Now, she does wick. This is where I'm saying that 110, somewhere in here, guys. This is going to be a big level for Sol. I'd really be paying attention to this right here. I'd really be paying attention to this right here on Solana. So all the way down to 110. This is the line in the sand for some of these altcoins, guys. Now, one thing I do like about Solana is that it's taken out the Binance liquidation wick. All right, let's go out to a 3-day. We can see here, this was the Binance liquidation wick. We've already cleaned it out. We're actually coming back down to this massive support. It does not look good on, let's just say, Chainlink. Look at Chainlink. Oh my gosh, Chainlink is so far away from the wick. Some of these things went down to 0 on certain altcoins, man. But this right here, if Chainlink, I keep saying 1040 for Chainlink, guys. Chainlink likes 1040. Look at this. It likes it. Bang, 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 bang. Here again, Chainlink likes 1040, guys. And it is very, very, very probable that we see that kind of price action, especially if Bitcoin breaks this $92,000. I mean, this is another 20% drop on Link. It's going to suck. It is going to suck. But we got to take it level by level. Got to take it level by level, guys. I wouldn't even be looking at Chainlink. I'd be sitting back and waiting because this wick just says it all. At least with Solana right here. At least here with Solana, we can see that we have a huge support area. This is a big support area for Sol. I would be looking to take these longs at 110 to 119, somewhere in here for a good solid trade, at least back up to 150s. This is a great trade. A lot of meat on the bones for trades like this. A lot of meat. This is a killer trade, actually. But again, all up to Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin going to hold its level? Let's go back to Biddy here. And look, CME still hasn't dropped yet. CME still isn't down here. There we go. Come on. We want to see this fill the CME gap at least. And then again, we already went over all the confluence for it. We need to trade the stronger projects, guys. Look at Hyperliquid is not tanking. Hyperliquid at $35, guys. I got longs at $35 for Hype. Why? Look at this. It holds. 35.80, 35 bucks. I'd be looking at Hyperliquid. Trade the projects, guys, that are strong, bucking the trend, not taking a bloodbath. Hyperliquid is one of those projects, guys, where it's becoming a massive decentralized exchange. The whales are playing on it. Hyperliquid coin's gone from $12 to 60 bucks. It is super, super, super strong. Make sure to pay attention to Hype. And again, I'm looking to take longs at 35.30, 35.50. If Hyperliquid does end up breaking this level, start breaking this level, I would think that they're going to come down to 30 bucks. I think $30 is going to be it, just to take a quick liquidity grab at this 31 right here. Kind of just comes down, boom, and then I think we recover. But Hyperliquid has been holding, guys. It's Hyperliquid has been holding the $35 level. So keep your eyes on Hype. With that also being said, another very, very strong project that is also not taking a beating is going to be BNB. Focus on the strong projects, guys. Focus on the BNB is a very, 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 very strong project. It is coming down right now to just a local support on the daily, right here at 880. I think that BNB can actually hold this right here. If not, then we're going to end up trying to take a bounce somewhere between this low 800s. I think BNB somewhere in here is where BNB is going to end up getting this nice big bounce. Let's also pull some good long fibs on BNB and try to find some confluence. Let's go out to a 3-day so you guys can see this. BNB had a killer run. Yep, this is the 800. I'm telling you guys, if we lose this 880, I'm pulling this fib from just this breakout right here. Kind of this trumpet is what I call it. Kind of just gearing up and then. So I'd be saying 800s, 820s for BNB. Now another project, guys, that has been completely bucking the trend entirely is going to be Aster. Aster has been participating really well. It's the, CZ came out and said that, this is the only public second coin that he's ever told the world that he's purchased. Aster is bucking the trend right now. Look, all these other coins are dropping. Aster is not. It's low on TradingView. It looks like it's bottomed. I like this. That we've kind of come down. We swept the lows. Boom. Now we're rounding out. Here. I do think that Aster is we're at resistance. I think, man, if this thing comes down at all, I think that we take this trade right around 115, and I think Aster's getting ready to rip. I really do. I think Aster, just look at it. All the other projects that we looked at are tanking. Aster is not tanking. Aster is strong. Aster is very strong. So again, guys, keep an eye on Hype. Keep an eye on Aster. Both of these coins are very, very, very strong. They're bucking the trend right now. Same thing with Zcash. Zcash came all the way down to 450. We're right back up to 750. It's bucking the trend. And these whales are really holding these coins. And again, just look at Aster. Aster looks great. Let's also pull up Market Cipher on it on the 20. Yeah, I'm telling you, if this thing comes down to this 115, something into like this and kind of flips this into support right in here. Oops. kind of just, you guys can see here, look at how many times it touched this 115, 116. Let's go out to like an hour, so this looks a little better. I'm not a breakout trader, but I do like how we come up, rejection, rejection, rejection. We finally break out, retest, 115, and then we're off to the races, man. I like this trade as well on Aster. I do like this trade on Aster, guys. What's Bitcoin doing? Let's get back to Biddy here because she's still dumping. Yep, she's still dumping. We want to see those nasty candles, man. This is not a bottom. That's not a bottom. We want to see those nasty candles. We want to see those. Let's see here on like the 20. We want to see something like that. Bam. Bam. We want to see those nasty candles. But she's coming down. Guys, we're almost to the let's go back to the let's get back to the CME gap. We're back. Dang, man, we just crapped out. I was like, dude, what's going on here? Okay, are we back? Can you guys hear me? The price is crashing so freaking hard. Hey, hello, what's up, James Michael? Can you hear me? Give me like some thumbs up or something in the chat. All right, we're good, Axel. All right, so here's we're coming down to it, guys. Look, we're coming right down. Finally, we've been waiting for this all morning. I was live at 8:30 this morning, 8 o'clock this morning inside of my the Coliseum. CME gap's about to get filled, guys. Volatility is about to get high right now. This is it. This is it, guys. All right, so let's look at this. Yeah, James Michael, this would be it, dude. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm looking along Solana, man. We're almost down to that 130, 129, 130. I want to see this just drop right into here. And then let's go back over here to Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin, but on Bybit. Solana. Yep. I'd be looking here, guys. 130s, 129s. Let's see what Bitcoin does, though, guys. Just be patient. We are super, 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 super close to the to filling that gap. Here, I'm just gonna leave it on this screen real quick, guys. Look, we're coming down. It's coming right down into it. Boom. At the bottom here at 91,970, the gap is filled. Excuse me. I'm just gonna leave it here on the CME screen here because we are so close, guys. This is it. One more drop to the bottom fills it. 91,975. We're gonna leave it. You guys want to check Sui? Let's check Sui. Let's look at the altcoin here in just a minute, guys. After we come down into this here, I don't want to miss it real quick. And again, guys, if you guys can, please like the video. Please like the video, guys, and like and subscribe. Follow me. If you guys like the content, we're breaking it down, man. We're giving you guys real levels. And Solana, you guys, has kind of been front running this for the altcoins. Look at Sol. Sol's ready just to, I mean, Sol, this is big levels right here, guys. I'd be looking at Solana. Again, hyper liquid. If hype can get down, look, hype's bucking this bucking the trend. Look at it. Hype's not coming down as hard as Solana is. BNB's not coming down as hard as Solana is. Chainlink and Solana are just getting pummeled. I would be sticking to the stronger projects. Litecoin, I've been making some crazy trades on Litecoin, man. If we go to the daily on Litecoin, this is a nice big level too. Actually, I'd be looking here at $80 is what the level was, 80 bucks. Right around 80 bucks. I was gonna say, I'm sure Sui's just getting pummeled, dude. Down to $1.50. Goodness gracious. Poor Sui. Look at poor Sui, dude. Sui can come down to, dude, I really, honest to God, Sui hasn't had its first real big bear market. You know what I mean? Sui hasn't felt the wrath like Chainlink and Cardano and XRP have before. So Sui, dude, Sui can come on. Sui's at the breaking point right now, dude. You notice Sui's level right now. Look how it bounced from here. It had the same bounce. It's taking it out. Maybe just a wick below 150. Maybe just a wick below 150, just to take out the rest of the liquidity. But if she doesn't hold there, bro, then I'm saying that Sui could probably come down to $1. Sui can. I mean, guys, that's what's the sucky part about some of these altcoins about this wick right here. Yeah, Sui's it's got a hold right here, man. Yeah, Sui to $1, dude. I think the Sui can come down to $1, man. I do think Sui can actually get down to $1. I mean, again, this thing's coming down hard. Solana's just taking a beating. Litecoin still holding. It's all right. XRP still, man, my target for XRP is coming right in here at this $2, man. $1.90 to $2, man. I think we long. And that's the thing about like some of these coins, man. We have at least previous support levels. Sui, did you guys see the difference though? Like on like Ethereum, Hype, BNB, we have these levels back here. You know, I'd be taking longs at 190. 190 on XRP. But again, look, every single time we come down, we bounce. Bounce from this level. We bounce. We bounce. When we go to Sui and we look at let's go over to Sui. Hold on. We bounce from here, dude. And do you guys kind of see what I'm saying? Sui's in freaking free fall from here, man. We can't look at any other levels. It's down here. $1 goes from right here, right there. Boom, $1. We are at the level right now for Sui to hold. Has to hold. Is Biddy finally breaking in? Hasn't broken in just yet. Not on the CME. This is the CME futures. I'm not looking at a Bybit, Binance, BitGet chart. I'm looking at CME. We're barely getting ready to tap into it because look, if we look probably at Bitcoin on Binance, let's see here. See, this tapped into it. This don't count. This does not count. We have to be on the CME right here. Market's still open. It's only 11 o'clock my time. I think we're going to come right into here, guys, and then we're going to probably see some fireworks. We can start taking some more trades. Let's also look at, so Zcash, another coin, guys, bucking the trend. You know, Zcash, guys, I've been top blasting this coin and just killing it, man. Even now, I bet you this thing comes right up into here. Every single one of these pullbacks, I've been top blasting, man. And it's just been a wild ride. A little dangerous, but this thing's just been holding. I like Zcash. Again, if you guys, we could all establish now that, you know what, there's projects that are bucking the system that we need to pay attention to. Keep our emotions out of it. Keep our favoritism for projects out of it. And trade. If you guys are traders or learning how to trade, stick to the projects that are strong, bucking the trend. So, you know, as of right now, holding these levels while Bitcoin's coming down. Again, look at Aster. Aster has been holding. It's not participating in all of this madness today. And same thing goes with Chainlink, man. I'd leave that alone for right now. Let's go to Link. Sheesh, man. This thing's all the way back down to 1350. I keep saying 1050 for this coin, dude. This thing is in a serious downtrend. Stay with us for a banger trade. I mean, just look at this, dude. I mean, it's just clear as day, guys. This is clear as day. This is not a bottom. We want that nasty, nasty candle, guys. This is what we want, is that nasty candle right there. Boom. We want to see this thing drop. So it's probably coming down to 1260 on the big drop. But 1050 is the big level for Chainlink when it's inside of these free fall modes like this. 1050 for Chainlink. And again, there's no need to rush any trades. There's no need to put any money at risk right now while we're in free fall. And Bitcoin still hasn't. I need to quit doing that, man. On this chart, I need to save this chart as the Bitcoin CME. Let's back this up real quick. Better yet, we'll quit fucking around. Let's just save it. BTC1. What's up, Corey? You still think I'm a Link lieutenant. Lieutenant Crank? Yes, sir. What are we gonna do? Now, because I own so much Chainlink, I'm not gonna be my next purchase, guys, is gonna be on my next big purchase is gonna be over here on AVAX. It's much easier for AVAX to get to 20 than it is Chainlink. I think this trade right here, AVAX is also like Sui. It is on the brink. Look, held. This is the support all the way back here, guys. This is the support. I mean, this is, let's go here. Let's click. Let's go option J. Bang. Let's look at this, guys, because if you see here, this is it. We even go out to the weekly here. This is it, dude, for support, resistance, breakout, support. Avalanche also has a probability of getting down towards 12 bucks, guys. I mean, these are real targets, dude. These altcoins, you know what? I always say to backtest all your traders and your influencers if they're giving you information about money. Everyone says it's not for financial advice, but we're all trying to make money. And you know what? I think this next cycle, we need to take heed that Bitcoin is granddaddy, dude. It is running the show, and there's no need to literally load up on altcoins during bear market lows until Bitcoin dominance makes a turn. Technically, I think almost everybody missed a Bitcoin super cycle because everyone was loading up on the chain links at $5 instead of buying the Bitcoin at the $15 to $25. But who did? I think that, you know, the only guy that had it right, going back to earlier in the stream when I was talking about the true TA specialists, the people that are giving it to you real, Benjamin Cowan. Guys, we could technically buy these altcoins that we could have bought 3 fucking years ago. Next time, I think, you know, if Bitcoin comes back down to 50, 60 grand, we got to put everything into Bitcoin. We'll worry about the altcoins another day. We now understand that that Bitcoin is an institutional asset, institutional vehicle, has all the backings with all the institutions. Like, dude, this is a Bitcoin super cycle. And so, you know what? Again, shout out to Benjamin Cowan for calling it, baby. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe in certain altcoins. I do believe in Ethereum. I do believe in Solana. I do believe in Chainlink. I do believe in Avalanche. I understand that I'm holding them, and it's just not their time. So, you know, if I got to hold them another 3 freaking years, right? I mean, just kind of a bummer, huh? Well, it is what it is. But Avalanche, guys, I mean, again, it's much easier for Avalanche. We've seen it to go from this level literally to 26 bucks for an 80% move. Very easy than it is for Chainlink. So I am looking to like, you know, if this thing comes down, I'll probably buy a nice big chunk of Avalanche some more. 1160, 12 bucks, because it's such an easy trade, man, to get back to 26. It's a 100% move. Easy. All right, let's look at let's go back here. We call it death by a million candles, guys. Look, we're CME still holding. We're waiting to get down into this level. We're right here. We're on the brink. We're on the brink, Captain. Again, if you guys can, like and subscribe, please. Follow me on X. Get inside of the free Telegram. So the game plan for me is going to be, if Bitcoin gets down and fills the CME gap and we do get a bounce, I am looking at Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is strong. I'll be looking at BNB somewhere right in here, which is 900 to 880. Hyperliquid. Chainlink looks like she's ready to fall off a cliff. Solana's already dying. I mean, some of these things are just, yeah, get into the Patreon, man. We were live this morning. And again, guys, trading sometimes is very boring. We can only trade when the market permits our strategy. We can only get in when the market permits our strategy. But look, Solana's just straight fucking rolling over, dude. Like, this is, I don't even know if I want to touch Solana if it comes down to this level. I would rather trade something that's stronger. I mean, Solana looks like she's just ready just to throw some nasty, nasty, nasty candles down. This isn't a bottom right here, man. Solana's liable to throw that same nasty candle that I'm talking about to just bam, straight down into 126s right in here. $100x Bitcoin long. Smack 20 racks real quick. Anything for you, James. Spot on buy. BitTC rotating the alts when dominance falls. Yep. I took that lesson and had that realization about a year ago. I would have been way better off buying BTC with the FTX collapse. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a Bitcoin super cycle. Bitcoin super cycle. I mean, look, these alts. I mean, dude, Solana's back to 130. This thing's just falling off a freaking cliff, man. It is just falling off a cliff. One thing that I always say too, guys, if you want to get the urges out to trade something that's not so freaking volatile. My channel, I teach them how to trade gold. We trade a lot of gold, guys. We trade a lot of gold. All right, gold's looking real good. Gold is looking real good. And, you know, even though it looks crazy, let's just say like on a 20-minute, look at these moves right here. This is like what, a 2% move, 3% move on a downward. This is nothing. Gold is very settled down asset. You can trade it with my partner, zoomex. Shout out to zoomex, guys. If you guys get into the Telegram, my partnership with the exchange, you're able to get tier 4 VIP. You guys are able to lock in tier 4 VIP. You guys don't need to trade $100 million in order to get VIP tier 4. The fees are pretty much close to zero, man, on a high liquidity exchange. It was pretty awesome. I did see that, CryptoFace was back on zoomex. Pretty cool to see, man. That's been my partner for a year now. And again, lock it in, man. Get inside of the Telegram and get your VIP tier 4. Just use my link. I keep watching Solana, and I'm like, dude, this thing's dog shit. Look at it. This thing's just dead, dude. This thing's... Figured Sol would be a little bit stronger. Litecoin's even stronger, man. Litecoin's doing much better. BTC breaking down right now. We want to see the CME gap. And again, it's going to be a long day, guys. This is... this is what they call death by a million candles. Look, we almost came down to the gap. It's not filled. It can pop back up and wait another 2 hours and maybe do it at the market close. This is designed to just rinse you out, man. So sit back. If you guys aren't in any trades, no need to put money at risk just yet. We got a lot of confluence on these levels. I don't really have an Instagram link, dude. Well, I do, but I don't put anything on the gram, bro. Everything is at Real CryptoCrank. Real CryptoCrank on the Telegram. And again, if you guys could please like the video, man. I'm trying to put this content out for you guys. I'm trying to give you guys the free trades. I don't trade for you guys, though. I trade for me. So I'm only going to take trades when the market permits my strategy. We've been waiting for these levels, so I'm going to be patient. Come trade gold with me. James Michael here. Hold on, dude. Let me, James Michael is in. Yep, you joined, so check it out, dude. Here, let me just post this for you. Copy link. Here we go. There you go, brother. Sign up. Lock in your tier 4s. We got 90 watching right now, guys. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to hear the content. We're checking out the levels. We're trying to put it together. But definitely sit back. Bitcoin's not finished, man, with this dump. Bitcoin is having a hard time right now, man. CME gap. Thanks, James. I appreciate you, man. We're going to break it down very simple. One thing you guys are going to always hear from me is I'm never going to deviate from the plan. I'm not going to deviate from the strategy. I'm not going to deviate because of my emotions. We're not doing it. You guys are going to lose money if you do that. Stick to the plan, man. Stick to the plan and learn patience. If you learn some patience, man, there is a lot of meat on the bone for these trades. If these levels get hit, guys, there's a lot of meat on the bones for some good, solid trades that you guys could probably be in. These probably won't even be scalps. These are going to be some nice, 2-3 days swing trades. I do, and again, I keep talking shit about Solana, but man, Sol's just taking it, man. Sol's just taking a freaking beating, dude. Sol. But our levels are very, very clear. I said 130. We have our box. Look at how many times we touch it. Here. This also happens to be again, pull the fib from this low to this high. We're coming right down to this 128, guys, which happens to be the 786 for Solana. Most of the leverage that I use, man, is between 1 and 10. 1 and 10. It just really depends, man. If I'm trading with 100 grand, I use 1 or 2. If I trade with 20 grand, it's sometimes 10. It's always typically the same 100 to 200 grand on the books. But it just really depends on the asset too. Like if I trade Litecoin, dude, I'll put 100 grand at 1x. Those 30, 40 cent moves on Litecoin, $1 moves, dude, will make some serious money. Serious money. Same thing with Solana. If you're trading with $1,000, if you're trading with like $1,000, $2,000, I would say keep it at 3, man, and learn patience until you guys get up into that $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Because when you have a trading account of $5 to $7,000 with this leverage, waiting for these entries, dude, you can make $300 a day easily. You could easily make $300 to $500 a day off of a $5,000 to $7,000 account easily, with not a lot of risk, especially with the CryptoCrank Radical Scout method. I've had some good testimonials with some of my guys. They've turned $1,000 into $50,000, but they've been patient, man, and understand that this strategy permits a lot of trades. And when we catch a range, guys, when we catch a good solid range, let me give you just a good example of what I'm talking about. When Bitcoin catches solid ranges, and let's just say we go down to a 30-minute, and we go to, let's just go back here. I'm talking like, wait, this is Solana. Let's go to BTC. When we were in a range like this, when we're inside of like a range like this, man, with Bitcoin, and we kind of see this price action just kind of climbing like that, we're bouncing between 109, 110, 109, 110, 109, 110, 109, 110, or even something like this. Like these ranges where Bitcoin is inside of a range like this. Bam. This is 110, 111, 110, 112, 110, 111. When these ranges happen, let me show you exactly how we were trading it, guys. And we'll do a good example here. So let's go over to my X. Let's go over to my X, and I will show you guys how we kill ranges, all right? So if we go over here to these BNB trades, all right? Look at BNB. Bang. We were smashing these trades, guys. We were making thousands of dollars every single day. So when we click on this here, oops. So let's click on this chart, and the price action was between 103 and so let's go. I'll look at it actually on the chart. So 103. Let's get back over here to I'll turn on some more music here. Hey, here we go, 103. So this price action right here. So when Bitcoin was inside of this kind of a range right here, and just kind of just not making a decision, not really dumping. And again, this price action was for an entire day. Look what BNB was doing during the same price action. So let's go back. This was on November 8th. Let's go to November 8th. BNB was in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful channel right here like that. Bang. This right here, again, was an entire day of price action of BNB holding this. And every single time Bitcoin was coming down and just taking a little pop, we were taking these trades right here on BNB. We had a lot of trades on BNB. And then same thing with Litecoin. Litecoin, guys, had this beautiful range. Look at this. Litecoin we were killing the Litecoin trades. We were killing the Litecoin trades, and they were between right here, this range right here. And it was really between 95 and 100, you know what I mean? But these ranges right here. And then same thing back in here. Again, if you guys look at it on my X, I walk through exactly how to do it. You know, when Bitcoin came down to this 1028 nip bounce, you can see that BNB came and flipped this 996 into support. When Bitcoin started to run, this is our signal to take the BNB trade. We take the BNB trade and bang. What ends up happening is we make a killer trade. I'll teach you guys how to use Bitcoin as an indicator. I keep saying that Bitcoin is granddaddy, man. Bitcoin is an indicator. Follow Bitcoin, and your altcoin is going to do the exact same. And we ended up popping off a lot of trades, man, off of this. And look at what I was talking about, that range, 987, 992, 997, 1004, 992, 998, 999 to 1004. But when Bitcoin catches a solid range, this is where the cranksters perform the best. Are we getting to the CME, Lou? What up, Crank? Any thoughts on Monad sell on Coinbase? Nothing. Nope. I have no idea about Monad. Let's get here. We're coming down to it, man. We're coming down to the CME gap. And we have almost 100 of you guys watching. That's killer, man. Greatly appreciate it. I need you guys to match the likes. Get this algorithm to pick me up, man. It's close. It's right there, dude. I'm telling you, it's right there. All we want now is that nasty candle, that one little nasty candle. Fill that bad boy. I know crypto. I watched, dude. Crypto Gain Hub said it's gonna pop, and I bet you you're right, dude. It's only 11 o'clock. It's they just finished lunch. I bet you this thing pops right up here, and then keeps this little stupid downtrend right here until finally it goes like this, boom, and then it's over with. Gap filled. A lot of good levels though here, guys. A lot of good levels. And again, I keep going back to Solana because I think Solana's just getting freaking pummeled, dude. Sol's probably coming all the way down here, dude. Solana's dead. Sol's having a hard time right now, man. She is just getting offloaded right now, man. Sol's coming into the range to long though. Let's just see. I mean, this is going to be the bounce. At least Solana's coming down into the range that I was talking about. 126, 130. Let's see if Bitcoin can get the bounce from the CME, and then we can take the Solana trade. 92.2. The bottom is 91.970 is the bottom of the wick. Again, guys, if we just look at the CME gap, let's go out to like an hour. We zoom all the way out back here. Look at the gap. We'll zoom in on it so you can see that gap. Right there. Top of the wick, bottom of the wick. It's right there. We'll leave that right there. But Solana, so the game plan is going to be here is if Bitcoin does end up filling that gap, you know, Solana's probably going to end up having a nice big wick down into this range, and we could take these trades. It's going to be somewhere between, because Solana's going to bounce between 116 and 126. It's gonna bounce. Now, if we go to the daily and we look at Solana, our exact level for the 786 to bounce off of is 129. 129. 129, guys, is the big level. $129 for Solana. What else is getting pummeled here? $35 again, guys. $35 for. Look at how Hyperliquid's not participating in this big dump. Stick to the stronger projects. Stick to the stronger projects. Aster, we don't want to miss that, guys. Aster's finally coming down. I was telling you guys that if Aster, I mean, man, maybe Aster right now would be even a good long, but let's look at this because it's been bucking the system pretty good. I'm just waiting for Bitcoin. I am waiting for Bitcoin. I would like Aster to come down, actually, just right down into here. This is the breakout. Remember that we were talking about? So if we go here, I'm not a breakout trader, so we breakout back test. Let's go out to a 4-hour, and you guys can see breakout back test. Finally got out of this range, tried, faked everybody out, didn't do it, came back down. Right here at 116, 115. If we just kind of back test this, I think that this might be our entry. Boom. Here we go. We're getting some more red candles. Come on, Biddy. It's been a long, boring day. It's already 11:30. Well, at least she's gaining a little bit more momentum to just get down in here. Again, when in doubt, trade some gold, guys. Trade some gold. Gold is very easy. The fact that we're able to trade gold with our leverage, You know, I have a big level right here. I want to take a nice big long on gold. Right here at 4,010. This is a golden pocket right here on this big move retracement right in here. Boom, it already bounced once. And what the other thing, guys, simple trading is the best trading. So when I say, you know, gold's a big institutional asset, it respects the levels. It respects the levels. So if we pull a fib from this low to this high, look at the exact bounce was exactly from the golden pocket. You know, when we pull the fib from this low to this high, exactly down to the golden pocket. Here and here. I mean, again, as Bitcoin matures, these tools are going to work better and better and better. When we look at Bitcoin, is it lagging? Is it better now? If we look at Bitcoin, we'll go out to the 3-day. We are at the golden pocket right now, guys. We need to see if Bitcoin's going to hold this. We need to see if Bitcoin's going to hold this. Is it going to be respected? We've already broke the downtrend. We're already below the 50 SMA. Not looking good for Biddy, guys. If Bitcoin breaks this, dude, and we continue and we close, and Bitcoin's coming down, dude. Bitcoin's probably coming down to 85 to 74 grand again. Somewhere in here, we got a big drop, 85 Gs. And then from there, guys, you just ignore it for a little while. We're getting ready to fill it. We're getting ready to come down into it, guys. What have we been live for about an hour? What level do we long gold? That's that pink box right there, dude, is the CME gap. That's the CME gap. It gets completely filled at 91,960. What's up, Travis? I trade on another exchange, but I don't really promote it. I'm not really sponsored with it, dude. So I trade with zoomex. Zoomex has been really great. Great liquidity, hardly any slippage. Our support group, the support team for the Cranksters in the Coliseum is bar none. We have 5 guys, dude, that are ready to, you know, at any moment the Cranksters need anything at any time of the day, they're on it. These guys are on it. So we have a killer support crew. But shout out to zoomex, guys, for sure. Because we're traders before we're influencers, these guys gave us tier 4 VIP, man. So if you guys are just starting off trading, you don't have to. Yeah, there's a good chance that it's gonna bounce from this box here. Probability states we're gonna get a bounce here at the CME once it's filled. Plus, it's a golden pocket. The heat map is also showing that. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't break it. zoomex is great. You guys, get into the Telegram. Get into the Telegram and lock in your VIP 4, man. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it. These guys are like, Crank, man, you're giving it all away. And I'm like, I don't care, man. I teach these guys how to limit in, limit out, save some fees, maximize a trade. So I think the original couple hundred that sign up to zoomex are going to be locked in for the tier 4s, and then maybe we'll switch it to tier 3 or tier 2 for the new guys, which is still really, really, really good. Really good. Oops, what did I just do here? If you guys can, go to the YouTube and like it as well. Go to the YouTube and like it as well. I greatly appreciate it. There we go. Bitcoin's coming down into the CME. We're barely entering in it, guys. We're at the top. Again, go out to a 4-hour, and we can see here, we're barely entering into it. If we zoom all the way out, we're just now tapping in. We have a little ways to go to 91,950. Let's see if this is where we get our bounce. And let's go back to gold. On gold, I'm looking 4,000. I think gold coming down to this golden pocket here right at 4,010. Got to like a 45 minute. You guys can see it any of these times. We had a nice big bounce right here at 4,010. See if it holds again. Long gold. I tell you what, man, I think there were some other dudes that were saying that let's clean all of this up real quick. Some of these dudes were calling this a bear pennant. And I'm like, guys, do not short gold. I told my guys, if you guys are listening to these dudes, these guys, I'm like, do not short gold. Do not short gold because there's one extra special chart, guys. There's another special chart. So here's gold. They were calling this the bear pennant right here for gold. I told everybody, do not short gold, guys, if you guys are listening to these guys. And look what happened. Boom. And the reason being is if we compare this chart here, guys, to XAU BTC, look at what they're doing. They are selling their Bitcoin and they are throwing it in gold. When this thing was coming down like that on the daily, look at this. This is crazy, man. When this thing came down on, what was this right here? This is October 28th. Look at this, October 28th. Oh, do not short gold, guys. Look at this, October 28th, right here. Boom, bottomed, took off. They were selling Bitcoin, man. They were selling their Bitcoin for gold. This told the story. The actual price of gold per ounce ripped, absolutely ripped. Be careful shorting that gold, man. Yeah, I got lots of bonuses, dude. We got lots of bonuses. Every month I do campaigns. I normally run 2 campaigns for zoomex. I'll run one for the current cranksters in the Coliseum and the Gateway, and then I will be running them for new people as well. But yep, the big thing you're going to get is right now, I think you're going to get some bonuses. We like to do volume. We do some, because there's such low fees, I like to do team volume campaigns where I help you guys take trades, try to get a little extra pay from them. I'm not really big on doing cell phones, and we make you guys tether, you know what I mean? We don't do the little things like that, so we make you money. But yeah, every single month we're doing these. Every single month we do a campaign. Hey, James, I just sent it to you, dude. I just sent it to you, man, inside of the Telegram. But here, I will. I'll post it. Let me post in. We'll pin this real quick. Bang! There you go. There's your zoomex, guys. So very boring. Again, very boring price action. We have not filled the CME gap. We're barely coming down. We just started to fill it. Just started to. We want to see this finish out at 91,970. But yep, gold is pretty awesome to trade. I think I probably have another 5 minutes to stay on with you guys. I've already been on almost an hour and 30 minutes. Max long leverage at 91,970. My only problem, dude, with that CME gap level, that golden pocket level, is that what do you think happens, Steven, man, when it's so blatantly obvious to long it there? I think sometimes we blast and wick through. It's so obvious, man, that everyone and their mom wants to long right there. You know what I mean? That it would almost make sense just to nuke them real quick. You know, blast on down to 90 grand just super fast, and then boom, get that candle back up to 98. It can happen. That can totally happen. Yeah, guys, lock in your tier 4. I think we can wait to 89 if we fill the CME. Very, very possible. Very possible, dude. Guys, when we're talking about these levels right now, you guys do realize that all of these levels are within 2-3% for Bitcoin. Easy work for Bitcoin. What does Donald Trump say? FAFO? Fuck around and find out. Bitcoin can absolutely do a 5, a 2-3% candle. It's done, guys. It's done $20,000 candle. Remember Binance liquidate? Anything's possible. Oh yeah, it's the other thing that I want to tell you guys too here. If you guys are new to crypto, man, you guys are new to trading. Let's look at this real fast so you guys can understand what I'm saying here. Everyone needs to absolutely agree that this is crypto, no bias, no shock factor. If Bitcoin pulls back to 30 grand, we'd adapt. We've seen the highs, we survived the lows. We will not be shocked. Guys, I will not be shocked if these guys tried to hunt Michael Saylor at his realized price of $60-some thousand. Wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does end up seeing below 50K. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. This is crypto. Guys, every single cycle, we have crazy things that happen. Crazy things. FTX, Terra Luna, Celsius. Could you guys imagine? We got Peter Schiff and a handful of these other guys saying that Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. Could you guys imagine if BlackRock were to hunt these guys, try to stop those boys out to sell Bitcoin? I'm just telling you, anything can happen. This is crypto. This is crypto. It can happen. It can totally happen. So if the CME gap filled well, K, I'd be taking profits at that TP 98 to $102,000. So let's walk through that scenario real quick. All right. Let's go over here, K, and let's look at that. So what we don't want to happen is Bitcoin can do the same thing that it did right here. So when I do these levels and I try to break it down, I say, okay, from here to here, Bitcoin is an obvious downtrend. Why did we get rejected from here? I pulled the fib from this, from right above. Oops, yeah, from actually right here. Actually right here to right there. Clear rejection, all right? We had a golden pocket to the upside, clear downtrend. Pulled the fib from 111 down to this low here at 98.9. Bounce back up, golden pocket, clear rejection. Now let's go ahead and pull a fib from this high to this new low. Dude, same thing on the downtrend. Look at this. This thing can probably bounce straight up. Boom. I'd be taking profits right here completely. I would probably be 75% out of that trade. I would leave 25% as a runner. But probability states, guys. Bang, 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 boom. And again, simple trading's the best trading. We just walked you through how do we get to these price targets. If we get up to these levels, these are TPs, man. Guys, I did a big video on blockchain basement, and I told these guys when we were down, if we, again, clean all this up, let's just go to like a 4-hour. And we were stuck inside of this price action right here. All right? We were stuck at this price action right here. None of this on the chart from here down didn't exist yet 3 weeks ago. We came down. We had this M pattern formation. We were coming down here and I said, hey, dude, I was telling Drew this. We have a very high probability that we are going to sweep the highs. All right. Target is going to be 106,600. We came up to 106,600 and then squeezed one last time up to 107. I was off by $400. And then right as we came up here, I told him, dude, I would be heavily taking profits, because what ends up happening is it only makes sense now that if we're going to sweep the highs right here, that we sweep the lows. Bang. And that's exactly what happened, guys. That's exactly what happened. And so what we're looking at now is Bitcoin has a high probability as well of getting a bounce. You know, whether it's a dead cat bounce like it is right here, it has a high probability of also getting a bounce. So even if we just pull it from here to here to our low, it lines up 101 if we pull it up to the wick. But this lines up perfect on this. Oops. Gosh dang it. Let's go back to here. We could see clear downtrend, guys. This is just clear as day. So if we do end up coming back up and you guys take the long here at the golden pocket / CME gap, my TPs are going to be there. I have a pretty solid TP here at this 100,000, 102. I'd be probably 75% out of that trade and leave a 25% runner. And the reason I would say that too is because if Bitcoin's going to recover, right? If Bitcoin's going to recover, we would want to see, all right, let's clean up all of this now. Now we can say, let's pull the fib from here to here. We have a massive target right up here at 113. I would want to see, all right, we come up to that 98, right? Or I'm sorry, that we come up to that 100,000. Boom. You want to see a higher low, a higher low. We come up, higher low, and we work right out of this. There's going to be another trade for you to take that 75% profit on any one of these dips. Do you see what I'm saying? And works itself out of here. So yeah, if you guys are going to be taking this, this long here, the long setup down at this CME, let's look at it. Look, we're getting ready to tap right into it. If you guys are going to be taking this this trade, TPs are going to be right at that 98 to $101,000. Does that make sense though? Take that 75% off the table, let 25% run, because if we go from 102 or that 98 back down to 96, you can get back in there and you can stair step this thing the way the levels are going to play out. Because again, let's just put it this way. Yeah, does that make sense? The other thing too is, let's also go to like a 4 hour real quick and play that out. So let's just say that we bottom, and we're not going to be able to pull this particular fib level until we bottom, whether it's going to be 90 right now, 92 at the CME gap. I don't want to do it on this one. Let's go over here to Bitcoin. Let's go to this one real quick. Let's clean this up again. And let's say that if Bitcoin does bottom out here, I'd be pulling, let's just say at, 91,700. If this is our fib, I'd be pulling it up to this level right here. All right. And I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah. So from this 107, I'd be saying that if we bounce, all right, if we come up to that golden pocket that I was talking about at 101, boom, this level right here, take your next long, stops underneath. And then it works on out of here. So that way you have these higher lows. All right. It's like this, higher low, higher low, higher low, climb on out of here. Right now, guys, we are in a clear downtrend, waterfall, guaranteed downtrend, guaranteed. There's no ends, ifs, or buts. Here we go, guys. We're breaking down into it. We're only a couple minutes, I would say. I mean, from here to here, it took an hour to do this kind of price action. I think we could do the same thing. You're probably looking at a couple hours, guys, for confirmation. And then I do think that a big move's coming. Hold on, go back to this chart right here. This is the CME gap. A couple hours in. Bottom of it's going to be 91,950. This from here to here was, I mean, a good hour of price action. We could probably have another good hour or two of price action. It can get even worse if this thing pops up right now like that, and then we have even more time to work it back down into here. Again, if you guys are just rolling in, please like and subscribe. If you guys like the TA, if you guys like how I'm breaking it down, please like on the YouTube. Follow me on the X. Follow me on the YouTube. Hit the notification bells, guys. But it's almost lunchtime, man. It's noon. I think I'm gonna take a break. It was great being on stream with you guys. If you guys are just coming in new from X, I'm CryptoCrank. I'm the founder of the Cranksters Coliseum, where we do live trading. I teach my Radical Scout method, and we break it down like this, very simple, every single day. We have probably 5 or 6 trades that I gave the Cranksters in the Coliseum for a complete plan. We have been expecting this. We have been expecting this price action, guys, for almost 3 weeks now, ever since we were all the way up at 107. So all right, guys, with that being said, I think I'm gonna log off, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Protect your money. How many trades do you take per day with that strategy? There's a lot of trades that the Coliseum doesn't see. All right. There's a lot of trades that the Coliseum just doesn't see because, again, they're high risk. I try to put trades in there, scalps in there that are much more certain, higher probability. Not everything's 100%. And I'm not a call group either. I'm not a call group. I teach you guys how I'm breaking down these levels. I teach you how and why I'm taking my trade, kind of backtracking into this idea. And then we don't deviate, guys. You don't deviate. You guys are up against algorithms and robots. That's what you're up against in the day trading world. We're retail, dude. We're doing this manually. The institutions are doing this with bots, with zero emotion, makes it extra hard on you. So you guys, everybody needs a coach. You know, when I was learning how to trade, you know, everyone says, hey, I'm playing basketball, I want to be a Jordan, I want to be a LeBron. You know, playing baseball, I want to be a Tani. I want to be, you know, I wanted to be a Jason Casper. I wanted to be a crypto face and trade with size. But most of all, I told myself, these guys are like my mentors, but I want to be CryptoCrank. I want to show you guys that I'm, you know, rocking out my big trades. I think these guys see me trade $1 million on the positions, 100 grand, 10x leverage, or 20 grand, or whatever I'm trading with, guys. The dollar amount doesn't matter. It's the process. It's the strategy. It's not deviating. It's not any of that. So if you guys can like and subscribe, and get inside of the free Telegram group. Maybe I'll do another live tonight, guys. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful day. All right, you guys, peace out.